What are the strategic implications of a pawn sacrifice? Have you ever wondered how sacrificing a pawn can change the game of chess? Let's break down the strategic implications of this bold move. A pawn sacrifice involves giving up a pawn intentionally to gain a strategic edge that outweighs the loss. This can significantly impact the game in various ways. One major reason to sacrifice a pawn is to open lines for your pieces. When you remove pawns that block these lines, your rooks, bishops, and queens can move more freely. This increased activity can put pressure on your opponent, forcing them to defend instead of attack. Another key aspect is the creation of passed pawns. A passed pawn is one that has no opposing pawns in its way to promotion. Sacrificing a pawn can help eliminate enemy pawns that stand in the way of your own, transforming a blocked position into a dynamic one. This can be especially powerful in the endgame, where passed pawns can dictate the flow of the game. Pawn sacrifices also alter the pawn structure, creating imbalances that can favor your strategy. For example, a sacrifice can weaken your opponent's pawn shield around their king. This can create weaknesses that you can target later, allowing you to gain long-term advantages. Timing is everything when it comes to a pawn sacrifice. If you sacrifice too early or without enough support from your pieces, it can backfire. You need to carefully evaluate the position, considering factors like king safety and piece activity before making the sacrifice. Additionally, pawn sacrifices can open up tactical opportunities. They can lead to forcing sequences like checks, pins, or forks that can help you gain material or even checkmate your opponent. Sometimes, a pawn sacrifice sets off a combination that results in a significant advantage. In some situations, sacrificing a pawn can simplify the position by trading off key enemy pieces. This can be beneficial if you are already ahead in material. Simplifying the position can make it easier to convert your advantage into a win in the endgame. In practical terms, a well-timed pawn sacrifice can shift the balance of the game. It enhances piece activity, creates dynamic imbalances, and sets the stage for a strong attack or a winning endgame. However, it requires careful calculation and strategic judgment to ensure the benefits outweigh the material cost.